Marcus Hale pushed his janitor cart through the gleaming headquarters of Apex Aeronautics near Seattle before dawn. At 42, he worked nights, cleaning hangars and offices while raising his 12-year-old daughter, Emma, alone after his wife's death. Few noticed the disciplined precision with which he approached every task. Most employees saw only a quiet custodian in blue coveralls. They did not know Marcus had once been a senior propulsion engineer whose career collapsed after he refused to approve falsified safety data. Blacklisted and burdened by legal bills, he accepted janitorial work to keep Emma housed and in school. Apex Aeronautics was led by Vanessa Crowe, a brilliant and formidable CEO celebrated for aggressive growth and lucrative defense contracts. Her flagship project involved a prototype turbine valued at $10 million, designed for next-generation business jets. Delays threatened investor confidence and a crucial certification milestone. One afternoon, Marcus was sweeping the test bay when engineers argued around the disabled engine. Weeks of diagnostics had failed to resolve destructive vibration during high-thrust runs. Vanessa, frustrated and under pressure, noticed Marcus studying the live telemetry on a nearby monitor. With a sharp smile, Vanessa challenged him in front of the team. "You seem interested, Mr. Janitor. If you think you understand what my engineers cannot solve, be my guest." Laughter rippled through the bay. Marcus hesitated, then asked permission to inspect the maintenance history and balancing reports. Vanessa, expecting embarrassment, agreed. Marcus reviewed sensor traces, assembly records, and vendor certificates. He calmly identified a resonance caused by mismatched turbine blades and an unauthorized alloy substitution that altered thermal expansion under load. Several engineers stared at him in disbelief. Marcus requested one controlled teardown. Under the casing, serial numbers confirmed that subcontracted components differed from certified specifications. The deviation was subtle enough to evade routine checks, but severe enough to jeopardize reliability. Correcting it would restore performance and prevent potential in-flight failure. The engine was reassembled with compliant parts and restarted. As thrust increased, vibration remained stable and temperatures normalized. The test cell erupted in applause. Vanessa's expression shifted from amusement to astonishment. The janitor had solved in hours what specialists had missed for weeks. When Vanessa asked where he learned propulsion analysis, Marcus quietly revealed his past as a lead engineer and whistleblower. He explained that he had challenged manipulated safety reports years earlier involving the same supplier, now implicated in Apex's component substitutions. Marcus then disclosed something more devastating. The supplier was secretly controlled through shell companies linked to Vanessa's chief operating officer, who had steered procurement to maximize short-term profits. Internal emails Marcus had preserved suggested that warnings about material deviations were intentionally ignored. Shaken, Vanessa authorized an independent audit and suspended the engine program. Investigators uncovered a widespread fraud scheme involving inflated invoices, falsified certifications, and undisclosed conflicts of interest. Regulators were notified, and the company's board convened an emergency session. Media attention intensified as details emerged in Seattle and across the aerospace industry. Analysts warned that the defective components could have triggered catastrophic failures if installed in production aircraft. Apex's share price plunged, and public scrutiny focused on executive oversight. At the board meeting, Vanessa learned that she too had been misled by executives she trusted. Yet directors questioned why concerns had been overlooked. Accepting responsibility, she terminated the implicated officers, cooperated with regulators, and proposed sweeping governance reforms. Marcus testified about the technical issues and the culture that discouraged dissent. His credibility and meticulous documentation proved decisive. The board unanimously offered him the role of Chief Engineering Officer, along with full restoration of his professional standing. Marcus accepted on one condition: Apex would create an independent safety office and scholarship programs for children of single parents pursuing engineering. Vanessa agreed immediately. She recognized that the greatest asset in the building had been pushing a mop unnoticed each night. Emma visited the headquarters the following week and watched employees applaud her father. Vanessa knelt to thank her for sharing him with the company. Emma smiled and said her dad always fixed broken things, even when nobody believed he could. Within a year, Apex Aeronautics regained industry trust. The corrected engine achieved certification, and the new safety culture became a benchmark for competitors. Vanessa often credited Marcus for saving not only a project, but the integrity of the entire enterprise. Marcus kept one of his old janitor badges framed in his office overlooking the hangar. Whenever new engineers asked about it, he explained that titles could hide talent just as easily as they could conceal poor judgment. Emma eventually earned an aerospace engineering scholarship funded by the program her father inspired. At her graduation in Seattle, Marcus and Vanessa stood together, proud of how one act of humility transformed many lives. The day Vanessa dared a single dad janitor to fix a $10 million engine, she expected a spectacle. Instead, she uncovered truth, corruption, and extraordinary brilliance. The man she underestimated did not destroy her empire. He gave it a chance to survive with honor.